Okay, so let's talk a little bit about rail maintenance, rail cleaning, and a little bit about cleaning the wheels on our box cars, freight cars. So what I have here is a little graphic showing a cutaway of nickel silver rail, and today just about everybody's using nickel silver because we like the good connectivity we get with DCC. Copper is pretty much gone by the wayside because of its corrosive tendency, and trying to keep it maintained is almost an impossibility. So everybody's leaning towards nickel silver. With that in mind, we do have situations where the rail, as shown in these cutaways, can produce grooves, gouges, pits in the surface of the rail. And the way this happens is that first, the nickel silver is soft. It's not a hard material at all. It's a lot softer than most people realize. So if you use something abrasive, such as some sandpaper or a bright boy, you're going to get these pits and grooves in your rail. So what happens is, as you're cleaning your track and you're getting it clean, you're using your bright boy or an abrasive piece of sandpaper, you're creating grooves in the rail. Not only are you creating grooves in the rail, but you're also sanding the rail down, and you're also changing the shape of the rail. You don't realize it, but that's what's happening over a period of time. The way to get around this is to use something of a liquid content, and I'm a real proponent of that environment for cleaning my rail. Those that continue on using the bright boy have found that the rail gets dirtier and dirtier, and gets worse, and pretty soon you're not running your trains because you can't keep the track clean. So a way around that is to move over to the liquids. I'm going to slide the camera over here, and here are three of the products that I use on a regular basis for cleaning my track. Now the center one is the big boy. It's called Track and Rail Cleaner, and it's ACT 6006, and it's manufactured in Illinois, in Western Springs, Illinois. And it's sold by Aero Car Hobby Lubricants. I'll put this information in the description on the YouTube channel. But it's also being used for, and I think it was used a long time before the trains came along, for the slot car industry. So it's relatively inexpensive. This is an 8-ounce bottle, and it lasts quite a while. You get actually a couple of years out of this. I've got probably close to 300 or 400 feet of track in my layout, and I've gone through probably a bottle or bottle and a half since 2011. It's now 2020, or going on to 2021. So you get a lot of mileage out of it. I use a rag. Let's see, we got one laying around here someplace. So just a rag like this, and we get it in focus here. And you can see this one's had some cleaner on it. I've used it to clean the rail. And you can see the dirt on there. So use a rag that has a tight weave to it, something like an old t-shirt or maybe a pajama top or something like that. You don't want anything with loops in it or terry cloth or anything like that. So you just want something made from a cotton material. You just take this solution, put it on the rag, and then go ahead and wipe it on your rail. And it creates a conductive layer on the track that reduces the amount of corrosion on the surface of the rail. And it actually seals the rail over a period of time. So you use quite a bit of it first until you get the rail sealed, and then after that it's just a matter of maintenance. So I do mine probably about once every 9 months to clean it. So it's a really good product. I like it and enjoy it a lot. Arthur Houston 3 out on the YouTube channel turned me on to it, and I've been using it ever since. The other two is Track Magic, and its name to fame is being able to clean in there and around your points and whatnot. As you can see in the picture here, it has a little micro brush, and then it's got a sponge that has a taper on it. And you got a little pipette that comes with it, and a little beaker to put the fluid in. I've used it a couple times. It's not cheap for what you get. It's a pretty small bottle. I've used it around the points and whatnot. It's not too much of a concern for me because my points are power routed. But those that don't do that might find this as another source for cleaning around your turnouts. It doesn't work very well on track. I found out it doesn't last. So it's not good in that respect. And you still can use the Act 6006 to clean your turnouts and around the points just as well as you could use this. So bang for the buck, this is pretty good. It runs about $10, a little bit more than that. There's another product out there called CRC Q&D, and you want the QD version of it. And it runs around $11, and it's actually $1 an ounce. It comes in an 11-ounce can. It's aerosol. I've never used it, but you need to get the one with the kind of has a metallic green coloring on the can, and it has to say QD on it. So it's quick dry, and it's made to be used around plastic. It's safe on plastics, so it won't eat up your ties. So if you're want to use that, it comes in an aerosol can. That's also available online. You'll find it online. The other item that I use is this GOO Gone, and I use this initially when I first lay my track because there's an awful lot of corrosion on your track, and this is actually just citrus. It's orange, but it also has an oil base to it. It's oily. But I use it to clean the track when I first lay my track down and I'm building a section of layout somewhere or replacing a piece of track to get off that initial corrosion off the rails. And I'll wipe it on there and keep on wiping it on there again with a soft rag like this until the track is clean. And then I will go back over it with the Act 606 and coat the rail with that, and eventually the rail will seal itself, and then you'll be in maintenance mode. So those are the three products I use. There's also some other items that I'm going to mention here in a minute, but I've got to get my list, so hang on.